Allie with Allie's Organics, and this is a part of our Homesteading on Small Acreage series. One of the chores that we do every morning is make kefir. Kefir is a probiotic that's good for your health and good for your gut. You will need to acquire some kefir grains. Grains are kind of like this little gelatinous beads, and you can get these from possibly a friend, or you can even buy them dehydrated. If they're dehydrated, it takes a little bit longer. It usually takes about 7 days to reactivate them. That's where it's a little bit nicer to have the kefir grains that are already activated. You'll only need about a teaspoon per quart of milk. You'll need a jar, and you'll also need some cheesecloth or some kind of a fabric or something to put over it that is breathable, and you can use a rubber band or even a tie. You'll need some whole milk. Oh, you can use 2%, but whole milk always works the best. You don't want the ultra pasteurized milk though. Kefir never works very good with that. We milk goats every morning, and so we have whole milk, and it is fresh. So we're going to put our kefir grains in our quart jar. There's a teaspoon there. It's so simple. And then we'll top this jar out with our milk. You can use cow's milk or goat's milk. Cover it so that we don't get any flies in there or any other little creatures. And then we'll set this out at room temperature on the counter, and we want to watch this. Usually it takes between 12 and 24 hours. That'll all depend on your temperature in your house. The cooler it is, the longer it takes for it to culture. Once it is cultured, you'll be able to tell. Here's some cultured milk. It's definitely a little bit thicker. When we're at this stage, we'll strain it out. Okay, we can strain this out. You want a strainer. And you can just take this cultured kefir. You want to strain it so that you can keep the grains from growing in your jar. Gotta have a little patience here. It is thick. Sometimes you even have to work it just a little bit through the strainer. Kefir, when it's cultured, can be drinking straight like this, or you can put it in smoothies. You can mix it with some strawberries all by itself and make a strawberry kefir, or blueberries. Anything you want. Okay. You'll refrigerate this kefir once you've strained it out. We don't need to culture it anymore. Sometimes your cultured kefir will end up separating. That's kind of an indication that you've gone too far. It's fine, you won't want to necessarily drink it, but you can save the kefir grains and just start all over. So here we are. We've got our kefir grains. They've grown, and they will continue to grow. We'll pour milk in this and start all over. If you need a break from making kefir, because this is a daily chore, you can go ahead and put a lid on this and store it in the refrigerator. Grains and milk, they need to be together. And then you can store it in there for 1 week, and then you need to pull it out and feed it again. You don't have to let it culture when you're doing that, but you definitely need to store it with some fresh milk. I hope you've enjoyed learning how to make kefir with us on our little homestead. Happy culturing.